Hello everyone! Welcome to the 4th Friday of the month and my second ever challenge video. In this one we will be conquering Don't Starve Shipwrecked by surviving 100 days and doing some challenges while we're at it. You guys have already probably watched my previous challenge upload in which we conquered the Reign of Giants DLC. If you haven't, the link is up in the corner there. This won't be too far from it, except Shipwrecked is the tropical version of this lovely game. Things will start out nice and sunny, but over time we will have to deal with hurricanes, monsoons, giant sharks, and even volcanic eruptions. So this is sure to be a fun and epic time. Much like the previous challenge video, I will also be releasing the full unedited playthrough in 10-day blocks at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, originally on my channel update video, I said that we would be doing daily uploads at 10 in the morning. This unfortunately is going to be changed to 5 p.m. every Friday after this challenge. This is due to new time constraints and the effort that it takes to put out these director's cuts. The art videos will be replaced by each director's cut uploaded as well. Remember, all of my upload times are based on Eastern Standard Time, so if you aren't in the Eastern Standard Time zone, you will be needing to calculate what that is for you. Enough about all that though, let's get into the details. The rules will be the same as the last challenge with only one major difference, and that being that rule number 1 is shipwrecked only. This is of course a Shipwrecked 100 days video, so we'll keep it as Shipwrecked only, obviously. Only items obtainable in Shipwrecked are allowed to be used, and we cannot leave via the Seaworthy if we find it, which is basically the teleporter between Reign of Giants and Shipwrecked. Rule number 2 may sound very similar, and it is that we cannot die. It is a surviving 100 days video, not a dying 100 days video. If we do die and resurrect via a touchstone or any other way that we can resurrect really, I will continue the run simply out of wanting to make it to the 100 days. However, the challenge will be considered complete. Well, that's the rules done. What about the challenges? Well, with Shipwrecked comes new and fun possibilities for challenges. Here they are. Challenge number 1 may seem familiar, and it is to complete the teleportado. In case you don't remember or didn't watch my other Don't Starve challenge run, then the teleportado consists of 5 separate items, which we must combine. There's the base, which is called the wooden thing, and 4 items, which are the grassy thing, the wooden potato thing, the screw thing, and finally the ring thing. Once all of these are together, they will create the teleportado, and the challenge will be complete. Challenge number 2 will be to reunite the doydoys. What are these strangely named creatures, you may ask? Well, the doydoys are dodo-like birds who are almost extinct. And by that I mean there's only 2 of them. Not so bad, I mean they can reproduce and save their species, right? Well, yes, but they also spawn on 2 different islands with no way to swim to the other island. So we will need to pick one of them up and bring it to the other before day 100 to save their species and win this challenge. Challenge number 3 will be to defeat every boss we see and or can spawn in. However, slightly different from the last one, almost every boss can be summoned, with the exception of Sealnado, who only arrives near the end of hurricane season, in the same fashion as the Reign of Giants bosses, if you guys remember. If we run away and they despawn, we will lose this challenge, but if it's a tactical retreat and they don't despawn, and we kill them at a later date, before day 100 of course, we will win. This is unfortunately a challenge we lost in the last one, thanks to a Spider Queen who was particularly hard to fight, and Dragonfly who despawned after what I thought was a smart tactical retreat to the swamp. Oh, and I almost forgot, the character we will be using, same as last time, will be our boy Wilson. He's the most basic character which fits this somewhat basic 100 days challenge. With all that said, let's get into day 1, guys. On day 1, we did, well, normal day 1 activities. We picked lots of grass and twigs, made a pickaxe to get some rocks from a boulder, and encountered our first new enemy, the snake. Came out of a tree that we chopped down. We took him down with ease since they can be kited fairly safely. In the evening, we began chopping down some palm trees and took our first hit from a falling coconut. But the rest of the night is dedicated to collecting, and we make a torch to carry us into day 2. Day 2 starts with us holding our torch from last night and spending even more time collecting lots of resources. After that, we make a machete, which is a valuable new tool we need to chop bamboo for rafts, and vines, also for a raft. After getting the materials and making a raft, we make a hammer to hammer down the debris left behind by our spawn. This nets us lots of boards and even a free boat repair kit. We end the day huddled around a fire cooking limpets to eat on our journey that we have planned for day 3. On day 3, we set sail on our newly crafted bamboo raft. We used waves to speed up our very slow adventure until we ran into another island. This island had a plains biome, which was covered in sweet potatoes and flowers and lots of grass. And deeper in the jungles of the same island, we found a gold rock, something that is somewhat hard to find early game during Shipwrecked. We end the night near a fire where we craft a science machine to attempt to make an alchemy engine, but we realize we are short 2 gold and decide to instead just make a backpack, leading us into day 4. Day 4 starts with us breaking down our science machine for the gold inside and then heading out back into open waters. Our journeys led us to a literal gold mine. This magma-covered biome is home to magma piles, which drop lots and lots of gold and sometimes erupt into flames, though this is not as dangerous as you may think. After spending most of the day digging for gold, we use a new science machine to make our alchemy engine, and then spend the rest of the night around some bioluminescence, which brings us into day 5. We start day 5 on the water collecting coral. During this, we notice something. Our beard is growing. Normally this isn't bad since extra thermal protection helps with cold seasons. However, Shipwrecked has no cold seasons, being in a tropical climate, and only a very hot season. So Wilson's beard is not a useful tool at all in this DLC. After gathering what felt like enough coral, we head south and run into the first doydoy. We need to protect this bird with our lives, since if he dies, the challenge is over and failed. So we spend a sizable portion of the day clearing the island of dangers so that he may live in peace. After that, we set sail again, and eventually later in the evening, run into another island. This island was definitely an eye-catcher as it had a pond in the center, but nothing else of interest, unfortunately. We end the night exploring the very same island. On day 6, we used our machete to gather more raft materials. This was to make a backup raft because ours was looking a little unhealthy. We then set sail with our new insurance policy in our pocket. While sailing, we find a tar pit. We could use an extractor to get this stuff out of the water, and we may very well want to, because this tar is one of the best fuels in the game and can be used to make water base items. This unfortunately was the only truly interesting thing we found in our sailing, and we end the day sitting in a puddle of bioluminescence. Day 7 was here, and we were in the middle of the ocean. However, that didn't last long as we went back to the island with the pond, as I like to call it. While there, we heard something. Yeah, our first crocodile attack. Crocodogs are similar to hounds from Reign of Giants, except they can also swim. And unlike hounds, you can stunlock them. Of course, I forget this and treat them as normal hounds for a majority of the challenge, unfortunately, even though you can indeed stunlock them. We deal with the 2 crocodogs with ease, and then we head back out into open waters. On our travels, we sail through a mangrove. And finally, we discover my favorite thing on Shipwrecked, the slot machine. This slot machine allows you to spend 1 doubloon and some sanity to either get 3 skulls, which spawns monsters, 3 carrots, which gives mediocre items, or 3 gold pieces, which gives insanely good items. We would certainly be back for this once we were a little richer. After this amazing discovery, we sail to the island to the north and decide to settle down finally by placing our alchemy engine and a chimenea for light and cooking. We start day 8 by making a chest and planting a lot of trees, just before we cut down some more trees. We cut down a lot of trees. Yeah, that's basically what we did all day before ending the day making boards with our newfound log wealth. And then we make a new, much better boat with said boards. Day 9 starts with our beard growing slightly in length, and us collecting bamboo to make a sail for our brand new boat. After crafting the sail, we set our boat down, and then we add our new sail. We could now move much, much faster. This allowed us to reach Gambler's Island, where we hoped that our luck was on our side. Our first roll was 3 skulls. This spawned in 2 hounds, which we dealt with relative ease and only a little bit of damage. Roll 2 was the same thing. And I mean the exact same thing. It was beginning to feel rigged, but we gave it one more shot with our last doubloon. And yeah, RNG was not on our side. We dealt with the spiders and set sail for home after finding a treasure map. At home now, we farm a pig after converting him into a werepig with monster meat, and then we use the full moon wisely by exploring throughout the night. We start day 10 in the ocean with plans for exploration, and explore we did. We came across a jungle-covered island that was directly next to another island. The second island, however, had a much more sinister biome, the swamp biome. We then spent a majority of our time on the island digging poisonous holes for some venom plants. Now, I obviously know venom and poison are 2 different things, but in the world of Don't Starve, they are not. After being attacked by a flup and technically retreating, we spent some time digging for gold and uncovering treasures. Before we knew it, it was almost nighttime. Nighttime was now here, and under the light of full moon, we sailed to where the treasure map from yesterday was marked. Before the day ended, we dug it up. The contents were meh, but the blubber suit that we got from it would be incredibly helpful for a certain battle that was coming up. Day 11 started with us sailing back towards home, and as we did that, the wind started to blow. Our first storm was coming. Luckily, this was mild season, and storms are not as bad during the season, so we could pretty much ignore it. We made a pit stop on a new island, and this island was home to a pair of tall birds. We brutally murder them for their meat and take their eggs for future eating purposes. After some more exploring, we run into yet another island. Unfortunately, this island was quite boring, and as you can see here, there was absolutely nothing here. Instead of chilling on that boring island for the night, we head out under the cover of moonlight. Back on our home island now, day 12 starts with us collecting resources. We had a plan. You see, one of the bosses in this game is called the Quacken. The Quacken is a very easy boss to kill, however, you get very wet if you're not wearing something that has wetness reduction. That's where the blubber suit comes in, since it allows you to stay pretty much 100% dry. How do we spawn him? Trawling. The Quacken has a chance to spawn from every item we collect by trawling in deep waters. If you don't know what trawling is, it's basically taking a net, putting it behind your boat, picking up whatever is behind. Unfortunately, this is RNG based, so we need to make lots of them to guarantee a spawn. So that's what we do well into the night. Day 13 was here, and we spent the entirety of the day trawling. Unfortunately, Quacken was just not feeling it today and denied us the glory of battle, so we spent the night upset that a day was wasted. On day 14, we did the same thing. Except this time... Ow! Stupid wave. Stupid dumb wave. You know what? We're just gonna run over this. Oh, he's here! Yes! Okay. We got this. Alright, trident it up. Where's his head? There's his head. Okay. Yes, I know. There we go. There's one down. Alright, where is she? There she is. There she blows. Let's go. Alright. One more. Down south. Is that a death? Oh, she's not dead yet. She needs another one. Okay. Okay. Ow, no, I didn't want to get hit by that. That's a death. Woohoo! We did it, guys. Yeah. As I said before, the Quacken is incredibly easy to take down. Once you get past the intimidation factor of all the huge tentacles and giant beaked face, you easily realize that the tentacles actually can't hit you when you are near the head, leading to an incredibly easy kill. With the Quacken dead, we head home to organize our newfound spoils. On day 15, we set up a fish farm, a must-have item on Shipwrecked because it generates limitless, potentially powerful fish after stocking it up with roe, which is exactly what we do right after. We then farm our neighbor again, who, like the pigs in Reign of Giants, turn into monsters totally on their own, again, with no influence in this at all, guys. Right after that, we burn down some trees and create, you guessed it, a crock pot, the best structure in Don't Starve. We end the day satisfied with our progress. Day 16 was here, and we placed another OP fish farm down. I really hope they never nerf these guys because they're amazing. Before spending the rest of the day gambling. We clearly will never learn. Roll 1 was 3 gold. Unfortunately, the drop we got wasn't the best, but it was still pretty good. Roll 2 was 3 carrots. With a hammer and some skeletons. Not great, but not bad. Roll 3 was a minor snake attack, but we dealt with it with these. Roll 4 was another 3 carrots, this time some grass. Roll 5 was another 3 carrot, this time 3 jellyfish. Roll 6 was 3 gold. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best one as it was just a bunch of easy to get spider drops. Roll 8 was another 3 gold. Lots of obsidian. How fun. Roll 9 was 3 carrots again, and a tool supply drop. Roll 10 was probably the best one. A huge rope supply drop. After that, we head home, have a midnight snack, and prepare for the next day. We start day 17 with a quick shave using our handy dandy razor before deciding today was going to be an adventure day. The first new island we ran into was great. We found a set piece with 5 boards and then a magma X with a pirate hat inside. The pirate hat would allow us to mark more of the map while on a boat. Oh, and there was 3 doubloons on this island as well. We then found a very peculiar island. This island was home to Tiger Shark's den. Luckily, she would not become a problem until monsoon season when her den opens and she begins roaming the world. If you guys don't know, Tiger Shark is one of the bosses that we will be facing. On island number 3, we found nothing of value. Night was now almost here as well, but we did not want to stop exploring, so we didn't, and sailed throughout the night. Day 18 started in the ocean. We discover a few islands today. Island 1 was a mushroom-covered island. Not great now, but may be great in the future for meatballs. Island number 2 was a spider-infested island that had a lot of gold. We, however, did not collect this gold, which was something we would soon come to regret. Island number 3 was a pretty good one. We ran into a bunch of beehives, this meant stingers, and of course, stingers meant boat repair kits. We then spent the remainder of the day fighting bees for their stingers around a campfire. On the morning of day 19, we started by sailing back home. Unfortunately, along the way, our sail broke, causing us to slow down dramatically. To add injury to insult as well, we had an impending crocodile attack. We paddle as fast as we can to the nearest island as we did not want to risk a crocodile attack on our almost destroyed boat. While waiting in suspense for the angry crocodiles, we quickly whip up a new sail, then they attacked. The attack was over quick. Crocodiles are actually really easy to deal with and the spider web slowed them down immensely. After this attack, we set sail for home. On our way home, we run into a swordfish. This would be a battle we would want to take, as a dead swordfish can be used to make one of the best weapons in the game, the Cutlass Supreme. However, all the detours cause us to not quite make it home in time, and we end the day mobile on our home island with a torch in hand. Day 20 starts with us still mobile from the night before. However, it would not be long before we reached home. Upon reaching home, we create our Cutlass Supreme and wield it in an epic fashion. We also create a boat repair kit for our almost sunken boat that we abandoned near the south side of the island, which we begin heading towards. At our boat now, we swiftly use all 3 charges to almost fully repair our boat before bringing around to the proper side of the island closer to our base. After this, we spend pretty much the rest of the day digging sand and collecting resources, because things were about to get stormy. Day 21 marked the beginning of hurricane season, and it would be more than the simple shift of color that you see now. Hurricane season is a special season, as every couple of days we would go through, well, a hurricane. Funny enough, wetness is not a huge danger during this season. Even hurricanes in full storm actually don't soak you as much as you think they would. It's actually the lightning that can quite literally stun lock and kill you, so we would be spending hurricanes at a base near a lightning rod for safety. We still had a lot we needed to do before our first hurricane, however. We placed down our 4th fish farm and harvested some of them. We then put some fish and some meat in a crock pot. This resulted in surf and turf, which would be Wilson's main diet for pretty much the entire challenge. I personally am very jealous. Surf and turf is one of my favorite meals in real life. Unfortunately, I can't just whip it up whenever I want to. After this, we made some hurricane season necessities. A palm leaf hut to stay dry and a lightning rod to stay, well, not electrocuted. Immediately after making our lightning rod, the wind picked up, signaling the first hurricane was on its way. We would spend the rest of the night mentally preparing. Day 22 marked our first hurricane. It did not hit until later in the day, but if you guys want to know how loud these things are, here you go. Aha! Yeah, as you guys can see, pretty loud. Funny enough, however, these hurricanes are not as loud as monsoons, which you guys will be seeing here soon as well. We spent pretty much the entire rest of the day collecting hail for ice and waiting out the storm. Day 23 was here and the storm was slowing down, meaning we could finally make progress yet again. However, the gambler in me was yearning to use these 11 doubloons we have amassed. So gamble we did. Roll 1 was 2 monkeys. Arguably the worst possible thing, as these guys were a pain to deal with. However, after killing the first one and chasing the other with our cutlass for a large majority of the day, we finally deal with the one who gets away. Roll 2 was the same exact thing. This sucked, however we were smarter this time, and after killing the first one, we shot his duo with a spear gun. Dodge that, buddy. Roll 3 was our first good one, a fruit loot drop. Roll 4 was spiders, actually kind of useful, as we needed silk. Roll 5 was a combat kit, with a football helmet, a spear, and a log suit. Roll 6 was 5 berries. Roll 7 was another spider attack. Again, not bad. Roll 8 was 5 limpets. Roll 9 was some evil flowers and mushroom caps, which promptly burnt down due to my unprotected fire. The final roll was snakes. After this, we head home under the cover of darkness. Day 24 started with us hunting a blue whale, who we took down with relative ease. We did this in an attempt to attract floaty boaty knights, yes, that is their real name, because we need gears for an icebox. Our food was going bad quick from being wet, and we really needed a healthy stockpile since we cannot move reliably during hurricanes out of fear of lightning strikes. After the battle, we went up north chasing some treasure map that we had found earlier. I don't remember where we found it, but it led to this island. The treasure was meh. The life jacket was probably the best part, as it would mean we could sink and survive. Unfortunately, this would only happen if we were wearing it, so it's really not practical. We take it anyway. Using the trawl net that we also found in the same treasure chest, we trawl for some stuff under the ocean. There was no need to worry about Quacken, because there is a hard limit on how often Quacken can spawn, which is 20 days in between spawns. And it certainly had not been that long. The loot was actually pretty boring, so we head home for the night, but on our way home we run into floaty boaty knights. We would be back for those sweet, sweet gears tomorrow morning. In the night, we accidentally light our crock pot on fire. This is because, at least on console, the cook button is the same as the light button. Yeah. Luckily though, the fire does not spread, and we remake the crock pot fairly easily before the night is even over. Day 25 was great for progress. We swiftly headed over to the floaty boaty knights and sink them for some easy gears. We then immediately make our icebox while still having plenty of gears left over. Unfortunately, another hurricane was here and it stopped us from doing stuff for almost the entire day. However, near the end of the day it was ending, and due to the full moon, we were able to set sail. Day 26 started in the water. We wanted to use today efficiently because we just went through a hurricane and we should have plenty of time before our next one. Being productive is certainly what we did, as we spent the entirety of the day collecting coral. Back at home, we rested until a crocodile attack began. We ran to our not-so-friendly neighborhood spiders to help us with the attack. Unfortunately, we quickly become overrun. Overrun and frantically retreating is how we started day 27. Luckily, we turned the tides and quickly overturned the lock the crocodiles had on us. A new issue had arisen, however. Our spider neighbors were getting a little too large, and a spider queen could be potentially challenge failing, as with our last 100 days video. So we decided to deal with them now. We bring some traps and make quick work of the inhabitants before destroying their nest with a machete. This would save us from any Spider Queen related disasters. We spend a majority of the night crafting, primarily limestone from the coral gathered yesterday, and finally a tar extractor, which would become very useful very soon. And then after cooking up tons of surf and turf, we head out with a torch in hand to gather some materials. Day 28 was spent with the false hope that we can go out on an adventure. This hope was thwarted by an incoming hurricane, and we spend the majority of the day at base. Still waiting out the storm, day 29 was here. Luckily it did not last long, and we could continue plans from yesterday. We needed gold. Remember the island on day 18 that had gold? This is when I was regretting not spending a little time to mine said gold. Either way, we begin sailing to the magma island to the north with the twin tallbirds. Now at the island, we begin digging. Unfortunately, this attracts the attention of a particularly annoying duo of spiders who chase me down even after I take a ride around on my boat, leading us to leave with much less gold than I would prefer. We spend the rest of the night at home crafting. Day 30 was spent preparing for a certain boss of hurricane season, Sealnado. Sealnado is a special boss as it only comes around near the end of hurricane season, much like the Reign of Giants bosses. Sealnado also has a unique fighting pattern that makes it incredibly dangerous depending on whether you fight it on land or at sea. On land, the Sealnado is a beast, able to perform a large suck attack which deals a whopping 250 damage to things that get sucked in, including the player. This can only be blocked with cover or being far away. On sea, the Sealnado is still a beast, but honestly more manageable with the right equipment. The suck attack from land is the same, except instead of sucking the player in to deal massive damage, it will suck in waves. Lots of them. We decided fighting Sealnado at sea is better because we can pretty much face tank the waves if we manage to get one of our fish farms to produce purple groupers, which provide 100% protection from both wave damage and wave wetness. Back to the day, however, the only notable things we did were make a boat repair kit and the Quacken drill, which would be used and explained about tomorrow. Day 31 had arrived and immediately we went east to plant the Quacken drill. This allowed us to have a source of tar closer to our home. We also placed the tar extractor down on that very same tar source that we just made. Unfortunately, today was a crocodog day. We fled up north to have our ballfin friends take care of them. That is such a funny name, ballfin. I don't know why they named him that, but hey, I enjoy it. After heading back home, we realized the whale is about to pop, so we grab our machete and expedite the process. Unfortunately, this caused a massive attack from the sharks and one crocodog. They ate almost all of the loot that was really worth anything. Once we were done dealing with the sharks, we settled down for the night. The winds were blowing as well, which meant a hurricane was on its way. Unfortunately, due to the timing of the hurricane, Day 32 was spent entirely at the base. Day 33 was now here, and we started by creating and planting mussel sticks. These would be great if food began to run low, as they generate basically free meat. The rest of the day was spent gathering some tar from our extractor before using it to create a shipyard. This is a new addition in the Home See Home update that came out nearly a year after Shipwrecked's release, and I say new even though this has been out for quite a while. However, I love it. This shipyard is basically a free boat repair kit as long as we have the time to spare. The day was looking smooth. I mean, we got a lot done. Someone, however, wanted to change that. Bird boat. Come morning. See, look at that. It's repaired. And it's a good thing that it's repaired. It is a very good thing that it is repaired. Okay. Okay, dude, this is like an I need to get ready emergency. Sealnado is coming for us. Okay. I think we have everything we need. The fight's gonna start during the nighttime. That's okay. I'm prepared. I have boat torch lamps. I have everything that I could possibly need. We just used all of our grass. That's okay, though. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Ooh, dude, this is scary. Alright. Keep me topped off real quick, though. For now, we've got our trident. This can only go good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just get ready to turn this on. I think I get one more warning. Wait, the grouper! Guys, I need this. We need this. Okay. That's like one of our main... Oh my god, it's here! Ah! Okay, wait, we're good. Guys, we're good. We're just gonna... Whoa! He's gonna suck in the waves, and then he's gonna blow them out. That's his little special attack. Yep, here he comes. Oh my goodness. Alright. Is it 1-2 or is it 3? 1, 2, 3? I think it's 1-2. 1, 2. Yeah, it's 1-2. Guys, we got this. Wait. This is like a perfect spot. Okay. Eat this grouper, because I think we're immune to the waves when we do this. Yeah, we're immune because of the grouper. So we can just tank him. We just... Thanks to our purple groupers, which we had successfully farmed, the battle was over before it truly had begun. We were now, of course, left with a dilemma: to kill the seal or spare the seal. Technically, sparing the seal would fail the successfully fight all bosses challenge, since it allows the seal to flee. So we end up slaughtering it in cold blood. Feels bad, man. Luckily, however, we did get something super useful from this battle. The turbine. This can be used to make a special sail known as the Iron Wind, which is the fastest sail in the game. I say sail like that because it's not really a sail, it's a propeller. We spend the rest of the day organizing and looking at crafting recipes. Woohoo. Day 35 was here now and would mark the final day of hurricane season. In true Don't Starve fashion, however, a hurricane decided to pummel us throughout the day, causing us to spend the majority of the day being boring and chilling near the base. Monsoon season was now here, and while this was one of the harshest seasons in all of Shipwrecked, the hazard, which is the rain, would not come until around day 45. Now I know what you may be thinking, how is rain a hazard? Well, this is no ordinary rain, my friend. This rain will cause flooding that will not only cause electrical machines to fail, but will also spawn venomous mosquitoes, which will inflict us with venom wounds. After spending some time collecting bamboo, this would be important later, we begin exploring for the rest of the night. Unfortunately, in the middle of the night, we encounter yet another boss. A scary looking patch of deep water. There is a chest over there. We're killing Tiger Shark, I guess. That is the thing we're doing. We can't let her get away. Oh no, where did she go? Why is she glowing? Wait, why is she glowing? Hold on. What? Tiger Shark glows? Or did it just eat a... Oh, you're freaky! Okay, are you pissed at me? No, you're pissed at the rainbow jelly. Eating a rainbow jellyfish makes you glow? That's something I would never know. That kind of rhymed, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We can kill Tiger Shark once morning comes. I'm not too afraid of Tiger Shark. In fact, I want to kill Tiger Shark because then we can make the Dumbrella, which is a very good item. Unfortunately, Tiger Shark is really chill, and I kind of feel bad for killing her because of the fact that she's so chill. Ooh, you're mad at me, aren't you? No, 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 no. Okay, you're not actually mad at me. We have to kill her, though. Yep, here we go. Okay. Tiger Shark is... No, she's not. Really? Really, Tiger Shark? Oh no, dude. We're springing leaks now. Where did she just go? Oh! Oh! Dude, Tiger Shark is hitting it on him. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's take you to land. Oh, you're freaky! It's actually much easier to fight her on land, in my opinion. She's about to land there. Is that gonna hit my boat? That would suck if that hits my boat. Alright, we want to fight her on land! Does it 1-2? Why are you glowing still? You're so weird. I think it's 2. And then sometimes she'll do that roaring animation where you can hit a third one in. No, it's 3. It's 3. Okay. Can I get 4 in that one? So roaring animation is 4. Very close 4, though. Ow. It's also a very close 3, I'm not gonna lie. There she goes. She's doing a scary little jump. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. What? Lady. Where are you going? Really? What? As you guys just saw, she fled. This, however, did not mean the challenge was over, because luckily, I knew exactly where she was running off to. I'm near her den because I'm threatening her children. Watch. She'll get scared. Yep, here she comes. She's very territorial, luckily. This is good for us. Now, I don't know if this actually is the same tiger shark with the same health, but there is a chance it is. Oh, it is! Let's go, guys! With tiger shark slain and most of our day now gone, we spend the rest of it around our base repairing our boat. Day 38 was another exploration day. Unfortunately, we find pretty much nothing of value during this day. Day 39 starts with us digging up treasure and receiving 1 doubloon. Woohoo! During our exploration, we get some bioluminescence and come across the screw thing. This is a vital piece to our teleportato challenge. On that same exact island, we run into the skull set piece, which means lots and lots of gold. And, I mean, it looks pretty cool too. Day 40 was here, and we found Quacken. This guy is exactly like Chester, who we did not find in the last challenge, by the way. Basically, he's a mobile chest that follows us around. After this, however, we run into another swordfish. Find a sea chest with some okay loot, and end the night mobile on an island. Day 41 starts with us on an island that I actually coined Evil Island. Equipped with fields of evil flowers, wasp nests, and flub-infested swamps. After exploring the island, we find nothing of value, and end up leaving. On our journey, we run into yet another swordfish, run into another island that was actually pretty boring, and finally we end the day killing some floaty boaty knights who wandered too close to our home. Day 42 starts with a crocodile attack. We are quickly overwhelmed, however, after leading them far from the base and outrunning a majority of them, we dispatch the 2 that decided to follow us. We run into a message in a bottle, which we promptly go to dig up. It was trapped, and the loot was not that great. Very unfortunate. The night was spent mobile thanks to the full moon. Day 43 was spent exploring. We found a berry bush island, dug up some buried treasure, and we also found the ring thing. That was about it. However, only 3 teleportato pieces remained. Day 44 was spent gathering coral. We needed coral for limestone for some floating items, since our base would surely become flooded in the coming monsoons. Once home, as well, we used the bamboo from earlier for cloth. I told you guys it would come in handy. And then some sand we had to make some sandbags, which would help fight the floods. Day 45 marked the first monsoon. We tried to stop the puddles with some sandbags, however our base quickly was overrun and flooded. The best way to deal with this flooding? Move into the sea. The Home See Home update introduced many things like a floating alchemy engine and a floating chimenea. However, I prefer what we are making now, which are called buoys. These provide infinite light on the sea. Pretty epic if you ask me. Oh dude, the water is finding its way around though. As you guys just heard there, like I said back in hurricane season, the rain is loud. Luckily, thanks to our umbrella, which we crafted from tiger shark scales, we were practically immune to wetness, allowing us to be productive throughout the day. We spend the night trying to section off an area to place a crock pot and icebox where it will not become flooded. Day 47 was here, and we needed charcoal for another crock pot. We head to the island to the north to begin burning down and cutting some trees. Unfortunately, while doing this, we take a hit from a venomous mosquito. Luckily, there are 3 ways to deal with this debuff. Wait it out for 3 days. Not recommended, by the way, because that will most likely kill you. Eat a venom gland to trade some health in return for being cured. Or craft an anti-venom to cure with no trade-off. We choose to eat a venom gland since Wilson's diet of surf and turf keeps him incredibly healthy anyway. Later in the day, we encounter a crocodog attack. We take them down with ease, and finally, we end the day floating around our newly crafted buoy. The morning of day 48 was spent creating our second crockpot in our watertight area, and then planting some bamboo. Unfortunately, that was the only interesting thing we got done for the day. Day 49 was spent gathering resources. Yeah, that was quite literally all we did today. At least that's what it says in my notes, so that's what we're going with. Day 50 was a gambling day. We set sail first thing in the morning with 21 doubloons in our pocket to satiate our addiction. Happy, healthy habit. Oh, geez, guys, don't think too deep into it. Roll 1 was a full sight set. Absolutely epic. Roll 2 was some flowers, which almost burned due to a lightning strike. However, the fire did not spread. I'm not sure why. It was very close, but oh well. Roll 3 was 2 hounds. Dealt with these. Roll 4 was some venomous snakes. Super easy to kite, and we come out of it venom-free. Roll 5 was a swarm of venomous mosquitoes. Thanks to our seashell suit. So, seashell shoot. My goodness, guys. Either way, we come out of it venom-free. Roll 6 was a refund. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Roll 7 was another combat kit. We already had this one before. Roll 8 was another few hounds. Again, not bad. Roll 9 was some logs and grass. Roll 10 was absolutely great. A sewing kit and some cloth, as well as a top hat. Roll 11 was more hounds. Roll 12 was another sewing kit. And even more cloth, as well as a second top hat. Not sure what we would use a top hat for, but it's nice to have. Who knows? Roll 13. Yeah, that is a game changer. A walking cane. This meant our movement speed would be basically permanently increased while holding it. It also came with some gold, but that was not the real thing that we cared about too much. Roll 14 was the exact same thing. What are the odds? I mean, that's crazy. Roll 15 was a single gear. Yeah, pretty weird. Roll 16 was some spiders. As I said before, guys, easy to deal with. Roll 17 was a pair of monkeys. Not good, but we dealt with them pretty easily. We stop gambling for the night and wait for morning. Day 51 started with gambling, of course. Roll 1 was some grass. Roll 2 was hounds. Roll 3 was 5 berries. And our last roll of the gambling trip was a summer kit. This was great since it was kind of right around the corner. Unfortunately, all of the gambling caught up to us and we quickly became insane. But we had a cure for that. Surf and turf. We head home and make and eat some. The rest of the day is spent cooking and restoring sanity, as well as repairing our boat to full. The first half of day 52 started with us lollygagging at base and getting envenomated. After curing our ailment and arguing with myself about the name of my magical fish soup, we head out to explore before dry season becomes a reality. Unfortunately, our journeys lead us nowhere today. We do, however, end the night mobile, torch in hand. All that really happened on day 53 was we found and killed 2 swordfish. Our exploring was not being as fruitful as I would have hoped, since we still need to find the rest of the teleportato pieces and the other doydoy. Day 54 went about the exact same way as day 53, except no swordfish at all. A very unfruitful day indeed. On day 55, our exploring finally had an impact. However, it would not be until later in the day. We found the second doydoy. This means as long as we can keep this little guy alive until nighttime and reunite him and or her with their counterpart, we would be able to complete the challenge and save the doydoy species. Luckily, after bodyguarding it for quite some time, it falls asleep and we take it into our inventory before heading out under the cover of darkness. It was day 56 and it was here. Probably the most feared season in Shipwrecked, dry season. The heat in this season may not be as bad as Summer and Reign of Giants, but it's still enough to overheat us. Crops and resources will wither, but things will not combust. This overall sounds better, right? Here's the catch. The volcano, which we have not found yet, will erupt every few days. These eruptions are devastating and will destroy almost anything within the vicinity of us, the player. So no, it will not be an easier summer. After accidentally angering some tree guards and retreating tactically, don't worry, these guys don't despawn, so we would be back to deal with them later, we head home to begin preparations for this hellish season ahead of us. Day 57 was here and we are now insane, but we had jobs to do. We start the day by making another fish farm before finally reuniting the doydoys. They get a little funky, guys. Look at that. I don't know why he's still sleeping. Look at him! What the hell did I just watch? Am I allowed to post that? God, that was goofy. And with that beautiful ritual that we had just witnessed, the challenge was complete. Now it was just the teleportato and defeating every boss that challenges us. Before the night is over, we place another fish farm, and then chill next to our repair yard under the light of a full moon. Day 58 was here, and the heat was beginning to hit in full effect. We, however, did not let that stop us from gambling. Roll 1 was a honey drop. Nice, but not crazy good. Roll 2, 5 limpets. Roll 3, some gold, and some blow darts. Unfortunately, our gambling trip was cut short by both the heat and a crocodile attack. The crocodiles fell with ease, and thanks to some purposeful wave hitting, we stayed nice and cool. The rest of the night was spent preparing for a volcano eruption area. Why? Well, you will see why very soon. We're gonna need an edit. It's here, okay, it's here. Let's throw on our crown, guys. Let's get ready. Here we go. Oh, there goes our fire. Okay. As you guys just witnessed on the morning of day 59, that was a volcanic eruption. It did not seem so bad there, but they will become much more frequent and last much longer as the season goes on. The rest of the night is spent chilling around our base. We spend day 60 exploring and murdering innocent jellyfish in an attempt to spawn floaty boaty knights. This bears no fruit, however, and we end up practically wasting the day. Day 61 was an eruption day. We spent the entirety of the morning preparing. The eruption was here. Luckily, we survived with no injuries, but the smog would stop us from being too productive for the rest of the night. The heat was in full effect on day 62. Not only would we need to battle the volcanic eruptions, but we would now need to battle the heat. Despite this fact, we spend the day exploring, but don't come across anything interesting. Day 63 was another eruption day. This time, we did it out on the water. I do not advise this, as not only do you have to dodge meteors, you also have to dodge the large waves produced by said meteors. Also, as you guys can see now, the ash is overlapping with the eruption, leading to a dangerous combo with us unable to fully see the incoming meteors. Luckily, however, we make it through pretty unscathed. Afterwards, we find the grassy thing. This meant only 2 teleportado pieces remain. We also get a crocodile attack. Very fun. Should be no problem, right? Unfortunately, they quickly overwhelm us, and one of them even envenomates us. Not good. Luckily, he drops a venom gland, which we use to undebuff ourselves, quickly followed by a healthy meal of surf and turf. The rest of the day was spent mobile, well into the night as well, thanks to some rainbow jellyfish, which provide light when eaten raw. Day 64 was here, and we started by cooking some jellyfish around the fire before noticing another eruption was close. We decided to use that same island we took a pit stop on as a eruption island, and soon after, it arrived. The eruption was not incredibly bad. Unfortunately, this marked the era of dry season where eruptions would be a daily occurrence. So we head home to get as much done tomorrow morning as we can before the next one. Day 65 started with us approaching home. Unfortunately, we could not stay long as the next eruption was already lined up. So we spent it making surf and turf and cooking some food, before heading south for the night to prepare for the incoming eruption. I ate it on accident. I didn't mean to, but that's okay. It was a stress reflex. I heard the music and the shaking, and I just thought immediately that like nighttime wasn't over. It's okay. It's okay. That's not a bad thing. Boy. Let's stay away from the fires, guys. Oh, that monkey just got Scrooged. I'm okay with that. Screw those guys. There goes our endotherm. Why is there a dragon here? Oh god. I'm paying so much attention, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. We did it. Woo! Okay. We need to mine these, actually. I don't want the dragoons to spawn in. So I'm actually going to mine those up. As you guys saw with that beautiful live reaction of mine, the eruptions were now lasting much, much longer than when the first one hit. This is bad. Not only that, but we now have to deal with dragoons who spawn from the volcanic meteors, which are actually technically their eggs. After some cleanup, we head back home and lollygag around until the end of day 66. Day 67 started with, you guessed it, a volcanic eruption. We raced down to our cleared out zone and prepared for it. We survived, with no hits. Unfortunately, the ritual was the same as yesterday as we returned home to relax until tomorrow. Day 68 started with us hunting down some floaty boaty knights for their gears, and the rest of the day was spent preparing for yet another volcanic eruption. It had started, and this one was violent. The beach we had used was decimated, and it truly showed just how much power late dry season eruption had. Unfortunately, that was the entire day now gone. Ah yeah, the funny number day. It was here, and it was sure to be a doozy. Volcanic eruptions were now daily, and we knew one would probably be here before tomorrow. So we prepared and waited. And waited. We waited so long that unfortunately the tide creeped up on our endothermic fire and forced us to use a torch for the rest of the night. Day 70 was here, starting off immediately with the eruption that had us on the tip of our toes yesterday. Luckily, we survived with no injuries. After this, we spent the rest of the day chilling around the base, preparing for things yet to come. Day 71 marked the second mild season and the beginning of the end. It honestly snuck up on me as I had expected dry season to last at least 2 more days. We organized a little before a crocodog attack ruined our fun. However, we decided to use them to our advantage. Remember those tree guards from the start of dry season? Well, we weren't about to lose our challenge, so we led the crocodog army to them. Feels familiar. Look at them run! This island feels... There they are. Yes, go my army of crocodogs. Let us take down these vicious tree guardians. Quacken, you are just being in the way. I'm not gonna lie. What happened to all the... Okay. We need to save Quacken actually, guys. Alright, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. 1, 2. Okay, there's 1. Mark that one down. 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's not 4 when you don't have... Oh, perfect. We can be safe and do 3. Hey! Stop eating all that! Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. As you guys saw from that epic battle, the crocodogs actually were not much use to us, and the tree guards fell with ease thanks to our Cutlass Supreme. The rest of the day was spent sailing. We still had teleportato pieces to find. Day 72 started with us at sea. Eventually our journeys bring us somewhere I really wish we had found earlier, the volcano. Now inside the volcano, we had one goal: coffee. Coffee grows inside of the volcano, and we can dig and relocate it closer to our base for easier cultivating. Why coffee, you may ask? Well, you will see very soon. After a long day of digging up coffee, we pop a rainbow jelly for the night and spend the rest of the night checking out the obsidian workbench, and then of course wandering. Day 73 starts in the volcano, but we aren't there for long. We leave 24 coffee plants richer. Unfortunately, we do not have much to do today, as it's mainly dedicated to base organization and mild shenanigans and tomfoolery. Day 74 was going to be spent exploring. We needed magma turf to cultivate our coffee, and we were going. We also had some coffee that we cooked up last night. Here's what it did. Yeah, this is exactly why we are cultivating coffee. This speed buff is amazing and will help us with our final timed challenge, the Teleportado. But first up, the magma turf. After the magma turf collecting, we hunt down some treasure. Unfortunately, nothing great, and the day was nearing an end. Day 75 was here now, and the only notable thing we did today was begin our coffee empire. Day 76, another boring day. But these boring days are still progress. We simply cooked and did some resource gathering before heading out to search for the Teleportado pieces. We spent all of day 77 searching. Unfortunately, no luck. The crocodog attack also set itself up for tomorrow morning. The crocodogs hit hard on the morning of day 78. But we used the spiders on the island we currently were on to split aggro so we could easily dispatch them. This did not work, and we decided retreating would be better. We spent the rest of the day gathering coral. Why, you may ask? Well, the island with the pond I wanted to turn into our 100 days tribute area. And of course we would need sea items because they look cool. So limestone was a necessity. Day 79 was boring. I had nothing in my notes here says we did pretty much anything. Except for explore for the final two pieces. We of course have absolutely no luck, because Don't Starve loves to mess with us. Day 80 was another somewhat boring day. We had our first coffee harvest, which would help us explore much more, and in the night we also had to repair our boat. Couldn't do much. The only notable thing to occur on day 81 was a floaty boaty night battle. Day 82. Day 82 gave us a brain blast. While searching for the Teleportado pieces, we run into a telelocator from a treasure chest we dug up. This would have helped a lot had I remembered this even existed. A telelocator will essentially allow us to track down the final two pieces with ease. Unfortunately, nothing shows today. Day 83 is another searching day, and it wasn't until late at night when we caught a signal. It was near a spawn island. Whatever it was, however, we would not be able to track down fully until the next morning. Day 84 was here, and we finally tracked down the source of the telelocator's shenanigans. It was the platform. The only thing left now was the wooden potato thing, and we only had around 16 days left to find it. The rest of the day is spent exploring. Late in the night, we finally hit something. On day 85, we find the wooden potato thing. It was on the island that I had coined the Evil Island. In fact, if you had paid attention, I had seen it before, but because it was not marked on the map, I never came back. Either way, all we now had to do was bring the Teleportado pieces to the platform, and then all of our time challenges would be complete. At the platform now, we quickly combine all the pieces and challenge complete. The rest of the day was spent evicting the monkeys from our 100-day tribute island. We did not want them stealing our decorations. We also had some spear guns and some spears. Minor for now, but it would look nice at the end. Day 86 was spent decorating. We added some armor, including the obsidian armor and thulsite armor, the brain cloud pill, which we had found in a chest, our extra walking cane, a cutlass, and then we saved the tiger eye and ukulele on the beach side to go in the water later. After a coffee harvest and a large bamboo harvest, the crocodiles decide to ruin our peacetime and attack. Unfortunately, due to their size, they chase us out deep into water well into the night. On the morning of day 87, we lead the crocodiles to the nearest island. This turns out to be a bad call, as the nearest island was Doydoy Island. Out of desperation to protect our population, we face tank the crocodiles and actually end up pretty fine. After this almost tragedy, we go say hi to the new baby doydoy. Look at how cute he is. The rest of the day is dedicated to cooking up some coffee and some surf and turf. What a great combo. Day 88 was another decorating day. Prepare for a lot of these. We placed down a lot, so I will go ahead and give you guys my live reaction because I don't feel like going back and saying absolutely everything we place. Let's go ahead and get started here. So let's put in our encrusted boat. Now this boat's very slow, yeah. Well, it's actually not that bad. It just takes a little bit to get ready. Alright. Let's make... Wow, it's actually kind of... It's got momentum. I think that's what it has. Yeah, it's got like momentum. Let's do a buoy over here, maybe, like in this corner. And then a buoy like over here in this corner. Whoa, dude, this thing has massive momentum. Okay, maybe it's not slower. I thought it was slower, but look, it's got some momentum to it. How much health does it have? A lot. That's how much it does. Alright, let's take this eye of the tiger shark. That could just be because of the coffee, though, too, so don't forget. Alright. Let's place the eye down here. The eye will be coming out of the water, and it will look very cool. Ukulele. Rain cloud pill. Fishing rod, I kind of want you on the edge, because you'll look cooler like that. And then let's start throwing some cutlasses down. We have our luxury machete, our dual sight club. Yeah, let's do the idea that I had with the doubloons. Let's just line this with doubloons. Not gears. I just want doubloons everywhere, guys. I think that would look freaking awesome. Freaking. Just doubloons everywhere. Yes. Good, we must show off our massive wealth. Alright. Dude, this thing has some massive momentum, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Good, and then when we do take the photo, I plan on doing it like that, but like with the one thing. Perfect. Alright, can we get this dropped in the water? Oh well, it doesn't need to be in the water, I guess. We can seashell line this top part here. I guess that wouldn't look too bad. I don't even know if it's going to be really in the photo, because remember, we can't zoom out or anything. So. And we need to make sure to get the accomplished shrine in the photo. That's like one of the most important parts of this entire thing. Okay. The accomplished shrine is next. I'm actually going to build it, even though I normally don't build it until the end. I'm going to build it now. I wish I could build it in the water. Well, let's see. What can we get a view of while we're here? So, like, let's say we're sitting right here, and we're going to be doing this, so the bottom half is going to be cut off a little bit. It's actually going to be cut off by a good bit. Okay, so we should put the accomplished shrine, like, over here, realistically. right here would work. I'll probably be able to see it there. If we can't see it, that's fine. You guys will know that it's there. Why? Why is it so difficult? Okay, whatever. Lightning rod, not very important that we see the lightning rod. That's just going to be for not getting swarmed on. No, stop. I don't want to pick up the seashell. Alright, let's do sea engine thing right here. I like the idea of that. We also, of course, need to use our buoyant chimenea. I'm thinking of putting it like right up here, maybe. And then we'll obviously have that lit. Come on. Stop being so momentous. There we go. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Endothermic fire pit I want to make. I want to put it like over here somewhere, I think. Might not be in the photo, but that's okay. It's just cool that it's there. And I think that's all of the main stuff. Now it's just moving things over, which is not that bad. After all of that decorating, we head home to relax and repair our boat. These decorating days were a little more intense than our decorating days on the original 100 Days Challenge, so you guys will get to see the live reaction of pretty much every decorating day from here on out, except for the minor decorating days, like when we're just adding a few things or, you know, whatnot. So here you go. This was the decorating of day 89. We could throw the captain's hat into the water too. That's like not a bad idea. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up. Whatever. It kind of looked good there. But you know what? It was going to keep getting in our way anyway. Maybe we just throw the captain's hat in the water. Because I feel like wearing the crown. Throw the crown in the water too. Have multiple crowns. Now, does this float? Guys, I don't think it floats. Something tells me it doesn't float. Something... I have a sneaking suspicion that it doesn't float, guys. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Alright, you know we gotta flex these cutlasses, though. These Cutlass Supremes. All three of them. I thought we had way more than three. Oh well. And we have to flex our extra walking cane because you damn well know it. Oh, the magic seal too. Let's go ahead and put that in the water. Let's go ahead and put that in the water. Just like that. There we go. Alright. Guys, this is looking good. This is looking real good, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you guys. But now the question is, what is there left to do? Well, my friend, there's a bit left to do. After our decorating time, we head home and craft a straw roll. The era of sleeping through nights was upon us. Day 90 was here. Our final day of our final mild season. And we spent it gathering grass and cooking up coffee. What a fun day. It was day 91 now, and the end days were now here. Our final hurricane season started. We won't do much today except make lots of surf and turf and fight some floaty boaty nights before taking a well-deserved nap. Day 92 is spent decorating. However, because we only had doubloons and obsidian, I will be skipping the live reaction for today. That was not all we did on this day, however. Right before I had planned on taking a nap, a crocodile attack struck. How did we deal with them, you may ask? We used the power of coffee to simply outrun and ignore them. And after outrunning them, we spent the remainder of the night topping off our boat's health. Day 93 was probably our most boring day yet. We got some resources and wandered around until finally settling into a straw roll for the night. On day 94 we did a tiny bit of decorating, but that was about it for the day. Day 95 was actually a fun one, and you guys will see here in a second. We gotta add every doubloon we can to our final victory. There it is! Alright guys, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna eat a purple grouper so I take no damage from the waves. And then, watch, I'm gonna show you guys just how easy he is. Okay, his tentacle was hitting me there. Look at that. There's stage 1 down. Let's go ahead and eat another purple grouper. Don't let that hit us. And let's whoop up to the head. Now we're currently taking no damage from the waves because of the fact that we ate a purple grouper. We're gonna eat another one. This would be better with tropical bouillabaisse because it lasts longer, but we really don't need it. And one more purple grouper. And where's the head? Oh, he hasn't gone yet. There he is. Let's go. There we go, guys. Another booty bag, too. Yes, we fought another Quacken. Because why not? We don't want these final days to be super boring. Unfortunately, however, that was basically all we did for the day. Day 96 was a huge decorating day. We brought our newly crafted quackering ram and some more obsidian over to drop it all off. Unfortunately, we did not understand the full power of the Quacken ram, and we break our buoyant chimenea. So sad. Day 97 started with us needing to remake our buoyant chimenea, and then we did some more minor decorating after replacing it. Day 98 was spent taking a small boat joyride around the land we will soon be leaving. Here's a beautiful clip of it. Enjoy. After our stroll, we head back home to take our final nap of the challenge. Day 99 was spent waiting for day 100. Unfortunately, a hurricane was hammering us, but that would not stop us from our goal. After quite some time waiting in our 100 days tribute area, it was almost here. And boom! Day 100, challenge complete with all side challenges complete as well. Hello everyone, post-editing me here, and I would like to say thank you. Yeah, you. You consumed this project of mine and hopefully watched it all the way through. If you enjoyed it, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, and leave a comment, it really doesn't hurt. And if you aren't subbed yet, why not? Of course, if you did not like the content, then please leave a comment describing why. These challenge videos are still relatively new to me, and I put a lot of work into not only the gameplay, but also the voiceovers. So I want to make sure that what I'm putting out for you guys is as enjoyable as possible. What challenge would you guys like to see next? Or is there another type of challenge you guys would like to see? Leave a comment stating what it may be. That is all for this one. Thank you all for being a part of my growth as a content creator. I will see all of you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.